Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 20th, 2024. I hope everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Hurricane Oscar. Oscar still churning over the Atlantic around Cuba and the Bahamas. As you can see here on the satellite imagery right here, it's pretty well defined still. Got a lot of deep convection around the center here of the storm as it moves inland over a portion of Cuba, but expecting a weakening trend as we continue to roll forward as it moves into portions of Cuba. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. You can see here, here's the tropical storm force winds in the yellow, kind of a small wind field there. We have hurricane warnings in red, tropical storm warnings in the blue, up around portion of Cuba and also up here around the southern Bahamas. Even have tropical storm watches there as well, and again up here in the central Bahamas as well. You can see it remains a tropical storm all the way through 2 p.m. Wednesday, and that should be northeast of the Bahamas, so it's going to kind of meander over Cuba for a little while and then slowly move toward the Bahamas, and like I say, just kind of slowly push on off to the north and east. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue getting the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see here's the center location of the storm. If you're tracking it at home, it's located near latitude 20.5 north, longitude 74.3 west. Maximum sustained winds currently at 80 miles per hour, and with higher gusts, and movements to the west-southwest at 6 miles per hour. Classified as a hurricane with winds of 74 to 110 miles per hour. Let's take a look at the spaghetti-o models here of the system. As you can see here, the current position of the storm moves across Cuba, then eventually to the west, and then all the way off to the north and east. And then here's Bermuda up here. You can see right there, right beside that pink line there, for Oscar to move on out into the Atlantic Ocean. Alright, let's take a look at the intensity guidance of the system. Alright, you can see we got about 70 knot winds equal to 80 miles per hour. Weakening trend continues, going to a tropical storm. Some even takes it down to a tropical depression. But right now we're going with the National Hurricane Center, keeping it a tropical storm at this time. Alright, let's take a look at the tropical weather page. As you can see, here is Nadine fixing to move into the eastern Pacific. There's Oscar over Cuba, and again over the next 7 days, there it is right there as well. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see here we have tropical storm winds, hurricane warnings down in the Bahamas and right on the Cuba coast. We have some flood watches and warnings in effect from New Mexico, some winter weather advisories there, and winter storm warnings in Colorado, hydro issues over the northwestern area of Washington State. We have one county in the northeastern areas of Oregon State, flood watch there in effect. Small craft advisory on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, then from the Georgia-South Carolina line to the Florida Keys, west coast of Florida, and then again from Louisiana to areas of southeast Texas, and then again from Oregon State and Washington State as well. Alright, we've got coastal flood advisories also in effect with Hawaiian Chain Islands, small craft advisory to the south. Alaska, we've got storm warnings, small craft advisory around the area, coastal flood advisory, storm high wind warnings, also some coastal flood advisory. Inland we have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisory there as well. Alright, rainfall totals for the next 7 days. Heavy precipitation over southwestern Canada, western Washington, Oregon State, also in the portion of northern Idaho, and also northwestern Montana, southeastern Canada, and also a few pockets of heavy precipitation from Colorado to New Mexico to Texas, all the way to Michigan as well, northeastern U.S. And there goes that model sniffing out Oscar from the Bahamas out into the eastern western tropical Atlantic, some offshore, and a little bit in the Gulf of Mexico. And finally, we're going to wrap it up with the snowfall totals. As you can see, we got a lot of snow falling over Canada, and also pockets in the northeast from New York State up in the portion of Maine, then again from over here in Montana, and also down to Colorado, Utah, Nevada, and also in the California mountains up toward Washington, Oregon State as well. Idaho you included also. Elsewhere, nothing's falling at this time. Not cold enough yet, but should be the totals of snow should be adding up soon across the northern U.S. as more cold air builds south, and you can see the snowfall will continue to drop from Canada into the northern U.S. and then eventually to the central, maybe even the southern U.S. later on down the road. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday evening, folks. Take care, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.